For 1 week last time, I went to Honduras on a mission trip. While we were there, we would play soccer with kids from an orphanage. And one time we went to Comiagua and played soccer in the school with the kids there. Then later we would go back to the orphanage and play soccer with the kids again. In the morning, we would wake up and go mix concrete and put it into holes to let it dry. And when it was really hot out, we would go to the pool and play with the kids. But the big thing here is that when we would play soccer, during those half times, we would talk about God. The thing is, we did that same thing at my church the year before at this thing called Mega Sports Camp. During that time, we would take kids out and around our church, and we would play different sports. One of those sports we did was soccer. Every time we would scrimmage, we would stop every quarter and half and talk about how God could help you through everything and not only big things. Another thing that soccer can help teach is literacy. When we were in Honduras, when we played soccer, the kids would try to speak English to us and we would try to speak Spanish to them. We would use words like pass here and good block. Stuff like that helps to teach them to communicate. By the end of the week, some of the kids were able to make out some shaky sentences in English, and others could communicate really well or in English and not so well in Spanish, or vice versa. Another thing that soccer can help build is relationships. While we were there, we would help kids with their science projects for school, and something that was happening while we were there was that they were celebrating Honduras' independence. So one of the things they did was a spelling bee, and they asked my dad to be the judge for that. And another thing that they did was a cook-off, and I got to be the judge for that. One of the things that the grades made was like a big tortilla chip, about that big, and they covered it with strawberry syrup, and then it was really good, and they ended up winning it. So afterwards, I went up to one of the kids from that grade, and he was really nice, and he ended up giving me the recipe. But the first time I met him was the night before on the soccer field, and then that night he was on my team, and it was really fun to play with him. Another person we met while we were there was somebody from America. He was the missions coordinator, so he helped us kind of get through everything. He told us how to eat certain foods and drink certain things, and when he would play soccer, he would make jokes, and he was really good at it too. So that's just a few ways how you can get started on building relationships, teaching literacy, and spreading religion. You don't need to go to Honduras. You can do it in your own backyard. All you need is some friends and some passion, and you can do anything.